Hey everybody, welcome to our team call. It's going to be such a fun night. I am so pumped. We have the most amazing guest speaker. I really don't have that many announcements. We are hot and heavy into MBF prep, but if you have not hit your Success Club goal for this month, you still have 2 days. So remember that there's the 3-day refresh challenge pack. There is the 2B mindset challenge pack. If you've got people that go to the gym and they don't need our workouts, don't limit yourself to MBF. You can still hit those Success Club goals. Don't give up on that yet, because I have pulled it out of my rear on a couple minutes left to midnight before. So I promise you it's a goal worth having, and you may not know who would want to get started with you but would not be ready for MBF. So don't go ahead and count yourself out for June. If you've got a goal that you promised yourself that you were going to reach, then keep that commitment to yourself. So we do have MBF launching a week from tomorrow though, so make sure that you are up on all the information. This is seriously going to be the most killer program ever, but film yourself doing the sample workout. Share a clip of that workout every day between now and next Tuesday. And here's what's really cool about this, guys, is that and for a lot of you are in our Time to Shine 30-day push group where we're all kind of working towards this common goal of diamond. And Stephanie's going to talk to us a little bit about this tonight, but using MBF, we strategically planned this group in the middle of the MBF launch so that you could use that as momentum to get to diamond and beyond. So don't count yourself out for, you can accomplish so much in 8 days. It's crazy. So just put your head down, get to work, get to inviting, but be up on all the details on MBF and sharing like crazy, because that's where that excitement that you have from inside yourself is going to be contagious. Anytime that there's joy and excitement that you are portraying on your social media, people want to be a part of it. So that's really the only information that I had. We have the beverage is going to be launching later this month, but we'll worry about that when it gets here. Okay, so I want to introduce to you my friend Stephanie. So Stephanie and I recently met in our 2 to 4 star chat, which she's a boss and she's already out of. And she just recently hit 5-star this past week, and she may be 7-star qual on this coming Thursday. Y'all, in order to advance to a status like 6-star, 5-star, 7-star, that means that you have to have 5, 6, and 7 diamonds underneath you that you have personally sponsored. What that means is that she has cultivated a community of women that are working, I assume they're all women, most of the time it is, that are working towards this common goal, and has made this really incredible, powerful movement within her team. And she's duplicating leadership, which is incredible. So Stephanie is going to tell us all her secrets and share with us some tips on how we can strategize with confidence to getting to diamond and beyond. So Stephanie, will you share a little bit about yourself and your story? And then I'll mute myself and you can knock it out of the park.
Yes. So, okay. As I'm telling you guys about me, I want you to put in the chat, I want you to kind of tell me where you're at in your business. Are you a new coach? Are you an emerald coach? Are you a diamond coach or close to being diamond? And then tell me right now where you want to be between now and the end of July. Okay, so put that in the chat. Tell me where you're at, where you want to be, and I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about me and my story. So it's the story part might be a little bit long, Rachel. First of all, I want to tell you ladies, thank you for getting on here and doing this call tonight. I have like so much information I want to bring to you, and I really think hopefully it's going to be helpful. This is actually my very first time doing this specific call for another team. This is what I've been training my coaches on doing, how to get to diamond. This is how we've been growing to diamond and growing them to diamond so quickly. And this is my very first time, like I said, hosting a call for another team. So I'm going to try to make it as quick as possible, but I have so much stuff to bring to you guys. So if you need to hop off, if it goes too long, hop off. I won't be offended, but I'm going to jump right into it so we can get going. So, okay, like Rachel said, I am a 5-star diamond coach. I just became official 5-star diamond So once you hit a rank, you have to hold that qualification for 6 weeks. So we went through our qualification for the 6 weeks. We hit 5-star diamond. I'm halfway through. So this week will be week 4 of 6-star qualification. And I should be 7-star qualifying this coming week, and also possibly 1-star qualifying in my second business center. So once you become a 2-star diamond coach, you can open a second business center under you, and then you can start building that business center as well. So that is all awesome and wonderful, and I am so excited. And you know, we are busting our butts on my team, but I want to share with you guys where I was just 2 months ago, in case you guys are sitting there where I was, or you know, in case you can relate to that in any kind of way. Okay, so about 2 months ago, I was a lifetime 3-star diamond coach in the business. Okay, a lifetime 3-star diamond, and I was dabbling between 1 to 2-star diamond. I went through about a year and a half in my business where all at once, like everything crumbled. Really difficult time in the business. I lost both of my uplines and a large majority of my downline, who were all participating in some shady things going on. I actually had to report a lot of my upline and a lot of my downline to compliance because they were doing things that just weren't right. And I lost a lot of diamonds. I lost a star diamond coach. I lost both of my uplines. Okay, so kind of went through turmoil in my business. And then at the same time, I was diagnosed with all these health issues and was also told that I might have thyroid cancer. At the time when I was told this, I did not have health insurance. So for about 7 months, I didn't know if I had cancer or not. Thank God I do not have cancer now. I monitor for it every year, but I don't have it. But I share that to tell you guys that I went through it in my business and in life during that time. Okay. Like I said, I was a lifetime 3-star diamond coach. I got all the way down to diamond at one point, went back up to 1 to 2-star. I got stuck and I had to like find my way out of the hole again. I had to rebuild. I can tell you guys that if I can go through what I went through in the business and stay and stick through it and go through it, you guys can do it. You guys can go wherever you want to go in this business. Like Beachbody is, I never even thought about leaving when I was going through all that, because I can't tell you guys how amazing this business truly is. It was hard, but I knew if I stuck it out, it would be worth it. And it was. So anyways, going back to 2 months ago, I was dabbling between 1 to 2-star diamond. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about, like Rachel said, that just means the number of diamond coaches that you have under you on your team. Okay, so about 2 months ago when all this kind of happened, I had this mindset shift all of a sudden. So during that time, from when things were crazy to when I was kind of rebuilding up until about 2 months ago, I got stuck. I was still doing the business. I was still doing the vital behaviors. I was still showing up for my team, you know, but I was just kind of going through the motions. I was just checking the boxes. Okay. You know, we had the business tracker. I was doing the things, I was checking the boxes, but I was just doing it out of habit. Okay. I was distracted in my life. I filled my life with all these distractions. I was telling myself, you know, I worked hard for this, so I want to give my kids all the opportunities. I had them in like 3 sports. My daughter was in gymnastics. Both of my kids did golf. My son did football. And don't get me wrong, they loved it. They enjoyed it. But I had a lot going on. Like I was just kind of filling the time. My husband was working full time. You know, he made good money at his job. So, you know, I was kind of telling myself the story of, well, you know, he has the full-time job and he really kind of makes the majority of the money. So this is just like this thing, you know, this is just my business that I'm doing. I've been doing it for so long. It's just here because I love it, but you know, it's not the thing for our family. His job is what's going to support our family. Okay, so these are all the things that I was telling myself. Then COVID-19 hit, okay? And it was, I don't want to say COVID-19 is a blessing in any way, shape, or form. It's been an awful thing for many people, but for me, it was like a huge awakening. And it really, so my husband lost his job, came home from work, and, you know, and the sports stopped, all the sports stopped, everything kind of came to a halt, right? Like everything kind of slowed down. And honestly, it was a blessing in the way that it gave me the opportunity to sit back and reflect and say, what do I really want my life to look like after this is over? What do I want for my family? Like, what do I really truly want? What do I want to go back to? Do I want my husband to go back to a job where he's working crazy hours? So his hours, he would go in right around the time when the kids get home from school, and then he wouldn't get home until they're in bed. So, and this was his job 5 days a week. Do I really want that for my family? No, I've never wanted that. That's always been one thing that I wanted to change, is his work schedule. Do I really want activities filling every spare moment in our lives? No, I don't want that. I want some calm time. I want some time to really dive into my business. I want some time to just be. So I had to like get real with myself about where I was settling in my life without even realizing or without even being cognizant of it. So I would love for you guys to post in the chat section. I would love for you to just kind of think for a minute and get real and tell me, what are you settling for? Like, if you were to really get real with yourself, if you were to think about if everything came to a halt and you could change everything about your life, what are you settling for right now that you know deep down inside you don't really want? Is it a job that you don't love? Is it a husband with crazy work hours? Is it that you're drowning in debt? Is it that you're settling for playing small when really you know you have like these huge goals and dreams, but you're just kind of keeping yourself down here because you don't believe in it? So think about that. You can write it in the chat, or you can just jot it down yourself and be thinking about that. And Rachel, before I go on, did you want to say anything else?
No, you're amazing. I'm loving it. Go, keep going. You're doing great.
All right. Okay, so I had to get real with myself about where I was settling, and I had this huge mindset shift, and SHIT got real, okay? So let me tell you guys that when you have that mindset shift and you get real with yourself, your team and your potentials can feel that shift. Like, even if you're not talking about it publicly, it's going to start coming through. It's going to come through in your posts. It's going to come through when you're talking in your stories. They can feel that shift and that energy when you decide to get real with yourself. So I was like, you know what? I'm doing this. I'm doing it. So I was a lifetime 3-star diamond coach, like I told you guys. So I had opened my second business center like last year. Literally did nothing with it. I think I had one coach in there, maybe two, and it was just sitting there. So I was like, okay, I am going for it. I'm doing it. I'm getting my second business center to diamond, and I'm getting my girls to diamond. So I started a chat thread. So I reached out to my coaches, and I was like, this is what's happening. I'm building my second business center to diamond, which essentially means that I'm building a brand new business from scratch. Like you guys, I have to do the same exact thing you have to do to get this business center to diamond. And I want you guys to do it with me. Like, this is it. We're going all in. So I started a chat thread, and we just came in there, guys, and we just told each other, like, every day, this is what I'm doing. Every time we sent a share cart, we were like, share a cart sent. Every time somebody signed up, we're like, yes, a coach signed up. We celebrated each other. We pushed each other. We challenged each other. one of us would go in there and be like, all right, I'm sending 30 invites tonight. And it was like, all right, well, we all got to do it. We had late nights. We had early mornings. We were okay with this because we're like, we're in a season of push. It's going to be hard. We're not going to sleep, but it's going to be worth it. There's something so powerful about coming together and doing it together. And I cannot stress enough how much you want to take advantage of those opportunities. So if Rachel has like a push to diamond group that she's running, or if she has a chat thread or something like that, guys, take advantage of it. Be in there, be participating, be an active member of whatever that is, because I promise you, once you start doing it and other people start doing it, you're just going to feed off of each other and you're going to grow. Okay. So, we started this chat thread. We started doing that. We held each other accountable. We sent invites. I'm trying to think what else we did specifically in the chat thread. I'll go over more of like the actual details of what we did. But, one thing I did want to mention. So I started a rule in my chat threads that when you come into a group like that, you know, a push group or a chat thread or whatever it is, you come in there excited, you come in there positive. We do not bring discouragement into the chat thread. We do not bring negativity into the chat thread, because I have seen it happen both ways. I've been doing this for a long time. Back in the day, I used to have chat threads and I would have coaches come in there and it would be like, you know, I'm so discouraged. Everybody's telling me no, or whatever it is. And, you know, it's like, is everybody really telling you no? How many invites are you sending? Because everybody that you know in the world is not telling you no right now. And the thing is, when you bring that energy into a group, it doesn't serve anybody. It doesn't do anything for anybody. So I don't say that to be like snotty or whatever. Like, we all have hard times. Obviously, I just shared with you guys, I've had a lot of hard times in my business. But, you know, to be successful with business, you have to think about what you're surrounding yourself with. And when you're in a season of push, when you're really aiming for a big goal, you got to show up with excitement. You got to show up with, you know, being able to combat the discouragement, being able to combat the no's or whatever it is. You got to be in it like that. So that's actually a rule in my chat threads. If you come in there complaining or whatever, it's shut down right away. However, my coaches always know they can come to me personally. So my rule is you don't bring it in the thread with everybody else, because that's unfair to everybody else. If you're going through a hard time, if you're feeling discouraged, obviously personal development, but also bring it to me personally and we'll work through it together. So take advantage, like I said, guys, of whatever opportunity you have out there, whether it's something Rachel's doing, whether it is something you put together yourself, dive in and do that. So in about 6 weeks, it was like a 6-week time frame, I got my second business center to diamond, 3 new coaches to diamond, 1 old coach, veteran coach who had fallen out of diamond, got her diamond back. And I have another new coach who's about to hit diamond, and she's actually doing that in about 3 weeks time. Okay. So I tell you guys this so you can really stop and think, okay, one of my brand new coaches who started from scratch is about to hit diamond in 3 weeks. And let me tell you guys, we are not like a special team with pretty graphics or crazy trainings or amazing Instagram stories. Like, that is not my team. We are just very like simple, normal people. So if we can do it in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 6 weeks, you guys could probably do it in 2 weeks, because I've seen the numbers that Rachel puts out, and I'm sure with her as your upline, you guys have it like made with that. Okay. So I say that so you realize your own potential and you don't hold yourself back with those limiting beliefs of like, it's hard, or, you know, diamond's so far away. Okay. So I want to break that down for you guys a little bit too. If you're saying to yourself, like, if you're in a spot right now where you're like, man, like, I don't even know what diamond is. I don't even know how to get there. Or you're like, it's so hard. Like, how am I going to get all those coaches? It's far away. No, it's not. It's really not. And I'm going to share my screen if I can. I don't see the button.
I just made you the host, so you should be able to now.
There it is. Yeah. Okay. Nope. Where'd it go? All right. All right. So I'm sure Rachel, can you guys see that? Okay. I'm sure Rachel has shown you guys a diamond roadmap. I'm sure you guys have one, but I'm visual. So when I'm talking about things, I want to give you a visual. Okay. So here's the deal. Hitting diamond is literally only 12 coaches. Okay. It's only 12 people. I don't even want to say it's 12 coaches because I'm going to teach you guys how to sign all of your challengers as coaches. So it's literally only 12 people. Another thing I want to tell you guys is that you can grow your business to diamond and 1-star diamond by yourself, which I'm sure Rachel has already told you guys this, but literally you could sign 2 controlled accounts, okay, for your emerald. So controlled accounts, spouses, parents, siblings, neighbors, friends, whoever, okay? There are compliance rules and regulations that Rachel can go over with you, yada, yada. But you could have 2 controlled accounts, okay? So you sign your 8 people, 2 of those are controlled accounts, and then you're gonna put 4 more people under those people. There's your diamond, okay? Then once you hit diamond, the next thing I have my team do, and this just depends on how you guys want to do it, how Rachel does it, but I have my girls grow to diamond, okay? And then the next thing I have them do is, we call this building a solid diamond business, okay? So first goal is you get 12 people under you, you hit diamond. Your next goal is you are going to build a solid diamond business, okay? Now, with a solid diamond business, if you have 2 controlled emeralds, meaning you have people under them that you control, you don't necessarily need another emerald, okay? So, but what this does is this creates cushion, okay? So the thing is, once you hit diamond, you want to keep that diamond, okay? You want the $18 per cycle. You want the 10% matching team bonus. There's a lot of benefits with diamond that you don't want to lose. So you don't want to hit diamond and then fall out of diamond. So once you hit diamond, now your next goal is to gun it to solid diamond so you don't lose that diamond rank. Okay, so you're gonna hit diamond, then you're gonna build to solid diamond. And then after that, you're gonna start building to 1-star. And if you're looking at this and you're like, oh my God, all I see are these bubbles, there's no way. Let me tell you guys, like, once it starts happening, it starts flowing, okay? Once you like really dive in, you have that mindset switch, you start signing those people, and you start kind of finding your groove, it starts flowing easily, and you're gonna start to get those people, okay? And then you're just gonna be signing people, you're gonna be placing them, and then you're gonna be building to 1-star. And then after you build to 1-star, now you're going for 2-star. Like we talked about earlier, 2-star is awesome for a few reasons. First of all, you can sign up your second business center, okay, which essentially means that you have another business under you that is just making you more income. You get to double dip, basically, is how that works. So you can sign up your second business center, then you start qualifying for a quarterly bonus on top of your weekly team cycle bonus. And I won't go too far into that because I don't want to overwhelm you, but basically, it's awesome to go for, and it's totally doable. So you're going to get diamond, you're going to secure your diamond, and then you're going to go for 1-star. And generally, as you're building for 1-star, you have at least one coach that you've signed that has decided they want to do something with the business. So as you're building for 1-star, generally, you have that other coach that's building for diamond. And then 2-star is going to kind of happen naturally. Okay, so diamond's not hard. It's not far away. You're going to sign those controlled accounts. It's only 12 people. Then you're going to gun it to secure your diamond. It's going to be fun. Like you're gonna get to a point, guys, where once it starts happening, you're like, oh my gosh, I love this. Like, let's go. Like, let's get more people. Let's do this. I'm going for 2-star. I'm going for 5-star. Okay, and then another thing I wanted to mention. I'm going to stop sharing for a minute. Another thing I wanted to mention is if you have not signed your controlled account yet, so if you have not signed your spouse or your mom or your best friend or sister or whoever, guys, do it this month. And the reason why you want to do it this month is because the 3-day refresh challenge pack is only $140. Like literally, let me tell you guys how lucky you are. The stuff that Beachbody has been doing for us, like, and I don't want to say that like, oh, you're so lucky. But guys, back in the day when I signed up, me and my husband, I had to buy 2 separate challenge packs for us just to do 2 workout programs. Now you have Beachbody On Demand. You have access to every workout program. So everybody on here has Beachbody On Demand. You don't need another controlled account with Beachbody On Demand. So get yourself a 3-day refresh. Even if you're like, oh, I already have one in the pantry. I started doing a 3-day refresh after every single workout program I complete, which is huge. And every time I do one, I share about it. And I have people that end up ordering it and doing it. And I use 3-day refreshes for giveaways in my free groups, which I'm also going to talk to you guys about tonight. So if you have not signed that controlled account, or if you signed your spouse, but you're like, yeah, I could sign my mom up, sign them up with the 3-day refresh challenge pack. I'm telling you, just do it. It's worth it. Okay. You gonna say something, Rachel? You good? Okay. All right. So another thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that I was talking to my team about a couple weeks ago is if you are a diamond or below coach right now, you have what I call a hot market, okay? We always hear warm market and cold market, right? Like we have the warm market, that's people you know, and then you have your cold market, people you don't know. But when you're a newer coach, you have a hot market, which is amazing. What this means is that you guys already have people who know you and trust you. So in the very beginning, you have that hot market of people that you don't like have to build that trust with. You don't have to necessarily share the journey in order for them to trust what you tell them about it. Okay, these are people that already know and trust you, like your family, your friends, your neighbors. These are people that you can reach out to and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing. I'm really excited about it. Like, do it with me. I would love to have you do it with me. So I point that out so you guys know that you really have an advantage with that. I always tell my new coaches, like, I know as a newer coach, or, you know, even if you're not a new coach, let's say that you haven't signed a lot of coaches yet. Okay. As a newer coach that doesn't have a lot of people under you yet, you really have an advantage of having this hot market of people that know you and trust you know, what you tell them. So if you're somebody that says, nobody will join me. Okay. So if you're like, nope, don't have the hot market, nobody's going to join me. Like, I'm not even going to ask them because I just already know they're not going to join. I'm going to tell you, first of all, ask. You don't know if you don't ask. And then I'm also going to tell you, so I have my coaches tell me all the time, like, oh, my husband won't let me sign him up. I'm like, really? You need to tell him that he better, or you're going to divorce him. Like, no, I'm just kidding. But seriously, you can tell your husband or your mom, like, you know, if they're like, oh, I don't know. Trust me, when I signed my husband up, he's like, Steph, I don't know about this. I'm like, just shut up and let me do it. Just trust me on this. Like, sometimes you just have to tell them, like, just trust me. Let me do it. Okay. If worse comes to worse and you feel like we got scammed, whatever, we'll return it and get our money back. We all know that's not going to happen. So sometimes you just need to be like, just trust me. I'm going to sign you up. Just trust me on this. Okay. So, if you're like, nobody's going to join me, Like there's nobody out there that wants to join me. I'm going to tell you a couple things. First of all, you need to get excited. Like if you're feeling like everybody's telling me no, nobody's going to join me, you are not excited enough. Because if you have those thoughts in your head, you're not excited. You're feeling doubtful, you're, battling fear or insecurity or whatever it is. So you need to get excited. How do you do that? You need to do a program start to finish, like dive in. Muscle burns fat. We got that releasing in a week. Start today. Even if you're like right now, I'm not excited and you don't want to wait for muscle burns fat. I don't care. Dive in tomorrow into a new program or the current program you're doing. Take a step back and be like, okay, am I actually doing this program the way it's written? Am I doing the workouts? Am I following the meal plan? You need to do a program start to finish and you need to share about it every week. So when I start a new program, I'm talking about it every day in my stories. I'm posting clips of me working out every day in my stories. In the clips, I'm talking about what it's doing for me. Like, oh, the intensity is getting higher. My mobility is getting better. I'm setting them up. I'm showing them what's happening and I'm talking about it every day. Then pretty much every week, guys, I'm sharing a before and after picture or some type of results, okay? I'm either showing physical results or I'm talking about what's happening mentally. Sometimes it could even just be that I am more excited about it this week, but I'm sharing it and I'm excited about it and people can sense that, okay? The next thing I'll say is if you're feeling that way, like nobody wants to join you, you gotta work on your mindset, okay? You have to have personal development on standby. So this is one thing that, with my girls, when we're really in a season of push, like we've been the last couple months, I tell them, you have to have personal development like in your back pocket. Guys, I have personal development surrounding me everywhere. I have a book on my bedside table. I have podcasts ready to go in my phone. I have audiobooks ready to go in my phone. If I'm having a moment where somebody tells me no, or something happens that kind of discourages me, or even if I'm just having a day where I wake up and like something that doesn't even have anything to do with Beachbody's going on and my mindset is just kind of, I know right away without hesitation, I've got to dive into personal development to combat those things like right away. So anytime any sort of negative feelings creep in, I'm like, okay, shut it down, go to personal development, get your mind right. Okay, so you have to have personal development in your back pocket, whatever works for you. For me lately, it's been very like faith-based. I've needed faith-based, to combat like fear and doubt and things like that. Right now I'm reading Get Out of Your Head, and my audiobook is The Universe Has Your Back. So those are the two that I'm doing right now. Crash the Chatterbox by Stephen Furtick is another really good one. I just finished that one like a month ago. But whatever it is, find something that you need in this moment in your life, have it in your back pocket. Like I said, as soon as those negative feelings creep in, go to personal development. It is your tool. Like it's there for you to help you. And then I want to share one more thing that I tell my team. Okay, so when you're in a season of push, like I said, you are well, anytime in life, really, discouragement is going to set in sometimes, right? Like, but especially when you're really going for that big goal and you're pushing for something that's kind of scary, like discouragement's going to set in. So I have something that I always have my team remember, and it's kind of funny, but I'm a big believer that when you make a decision and you go for something, and especially when you step into a calling that you're meant to be in, that the devil comes in and he tries to mess that all up for you. So I teach my team, we call it the dirty D's, and that is doubt and discouragement sent by the devil to derail you. So I guarantee you that all of you have had a moment where you made a decision to go all in to do something, you were excited about it, and then next thing you know, something happens. I don't know, you get sick, or something happens with your kid, or you have a coach quit, or whatever happens, something happens, and then all of a sudden it's like, ooh, all that excitement turns into discouragement. Anytime that happens, this is what I tell my team, this is what we remember. Okay, and then I will tell you guys that I have seen that when my coaches are struggling or not growing, it usually always comes down to three things. It's either lack of belief, lack of excitement, or lack of action. Okay, so if you are in a rut, or you're feeling like you're not growing like you want to, or you're feeling like you're not finding people like you want to, I really want you to stop and think about those things. Am I lacking any of those things? In my post, on my social media, in life, like in general, am I lacking belief? Am I lacking excitement? Or am I not taking action? Okay, so we talked about if you're lacking belief or excitement, you need to do personal development. You need to do a program start to finish. You need to fall in love with a program. There is a program out there for everybody. And guys, if you really dive in and give it your all and you get results, like, you're gonna fall in love with it. You're gonna fall in love with those results, and you're gonna want to share about it excitedly. So you have to do that part of the business. And then if you are not taking action, how do we change that? We know the 4 vital behaviors. We know we have the boxes that tell us what we need to do, okay? And then it's a lot easier to take action when you have the belief and excitement. So I would say work on those things in that order. All right, let me change out my notes real quick. Told you guys, I had a lot. All right, so with all that being said, who is ready to sign? Sorry, you're getting a full view of my pits. I'm ready to sign some coaches. Do you guys want to sign some coaches? Like, do you actually want to do it? All right. Let me take a sip of water. Okay, so I would say that as of today, the last couple months, and this didn't used to be me in the business, I actually used to pretty much only sign challengers, and I would sign a coach like here and there. But over the transition of the last couple months, I would say that 90% of my people that sign up, I sign them as coaches. And I'm going to teach you guys how I do that. But first, I want to tell you why you want to sign your people as coaches, okay? So I firmly believe now everybody should sign up as a coach from the start. And this is why. First of all, coaches equal rank advancement, which equals an increase in your income. Okay, if you guys are like me, you truly want to help people. Rachel and I were kind of talking about this. We both have Enneagram 2 in us. I don't know if you guys know about the Enneagram, but basically when you have Enneagram 2 in you, you want to help the entire world, and you're a people pleaser and all of the fun things that go along with it. So in the beginning of the business, I was like, oh, but I just want to help people. And, I had all these limited beliefs around income. And, I grew up in a home with like drugs and alcohol abuse and, all that crazy stuff. So like I had such an issue with money in the beginning when I started the business. I was like, I almost felt guilty making an income. And then I had to really like realize, first of all, money is not bad. People who do bad things with money are bad, but money can actually be really good. Like when good people have money, really great things can happen. They can do really amazing things in the world. Like how many coaches do we know that have done amazing things in this business? They've given to charity, or, they've helped their parents who were living in poverty. Like there's so many amazing things you can do for good with money. Okay. So if you're like I was and you have money issues, work on that, like get past that, because it's okay to want to make an income and it's good to want to make an income, okay? So you're in this business to help people, but you're not in this business to do it for free, because if you're never getting paid, it's not sustainable. Okay. If you're not making an income, you're not going to be able to help as many people, because you're going to have to make an income somewhere doing something. Okay. So coaches equal rank advancement, which equals income, which is great for us. Okay. Number 2, I believe everybody should be a coach for the 25% discount. There is literally nothing out there like Shakeology. If you guys, there's calls on it. I think there was a call on the Beachbody Champions page or something. Anyways, if you are still doubtful about Shakeology and how great of a tool, nutrition tool it is, go like dive into some research on Shakeology, and you will find that there is no other product out there like it. Okay. So even if they're just getting the discount on Shakeology alone, they should be a coach. So I believe that everybody should be signed up as a coach for the 25% discount. And then along with that, it's free to sign up as a coach with a challenge pack purchase. It's literally free. So why would they not just do it? Why would you not just have them do it? Okay. Number 3, the best coaches, in my opinion, what I've seen over the years in my business, usually start as challengers anyways. Okay. Every now and then you have a unicorn like I was. I can't remember if Rachel said, no, I think Rachel started in a challenge group. So when I decided to become a coach, I actually signed up as a challenger and a coach at the same time and dove into the business right away. So of course, when I did that, I was like, yeah, I want to find tons of people that want to do that too. Like, you know, everybody's going to want to do that. Well, that's not necessarily the case, guys. Like, it's not always that people decide they want to jump into the business right away, like the same day as they become a challenger. But I'm going to talk to you guys more about that. But in my opinion, your rock star coaches, the ones who end up building really successful businesses, are going to start as challengers anyways. So you might as well get them set up at the same time for free. Number 4, coaching is going to change their life. They just don't know it yet. And I believe that wholeheartedly, and I'll talk to you guys more about that too. And then number 5, the promo codes. Oh my gosh, freaking amazing incentive. Like, such an awesome incentive, guys. And I'm going to talk to you more about how you can use that. It's good for them. So it's good for your new people signing up, and it's good for you. Okay. So 5 reasons right there why people should sign up as coaches right away, in my opinion. All right. Now we're going to talk about bringing people into your market. Okay. So the first step is you want to bring people into your market so you can get them set up. Okay. So some different ways that you can bring people into your market. And before I go into this, one thing I want to say, if you haven't hit your June goal yet, don't stop and be like, well, you know, Muscle Burns Fat is launching in a week and June's almost over. I'm going to give up on June and I'm going to just start in July. Guys, don't do that. Even if you're at Success Club 0 right now, you only need 3 people. Like, you literally only need 3 people. And I'm going to tell you some ways and some reasons why you need to hit your June goal if you haven't yet. The challenge pack sale we have going on right now is literally the best sale I've ever seen in my entire time of being signed up as a coach. I have never seen a deal as good as this one. Okay. And you can tell people that because it's true. B, anybody who signs up this month with a challenge pack gets 50% off of Muscle Burns Fat next month. So if you're like, oh, you know, I've heard some of my coaches say, well, I feel bad signing people up right now because Muscle Burns Fat. Well, guess what? Beachbody made it to where you can get 50% off. So don't wait to sign people up. If somebody's ready to sign up, you are not only doing yourself a disservice, but you're also doing them a disservice by having them wait, in my opinion. Because everybody in the world has squirrel syndrome. Everybody is full of doubt. If you tell them to wait to sign up, chances are they're going to sit there and they're going to think about it. and they're going to think about all the reasons why they won't be successful with the workout program and why they can't do it and how they're going to fail. And they're going to talk themselves out of spending the $140 or $130. And then they're just not going to do it at all, at least for this month or next month. So in my opinion, you should never have anybody wait when they're ready. Okay. And then the last thing is, if you're like, well, I don't have anybody that's ready, attach an incentive to people signing up this month. So number one incentive is every challenge pack is on sale for cheaper than they're probably ever going to be again. But then you can attach another incentive. So you can do whatever you want. Something I do is, you know, if you get set up with your challenge pack by such and such date, time, I'll give you a tub of collagen. Or maybe you do a $25 Amazon gift card. Okay. Whatever the incentive is for you that you feel like your people will like the most, attach an incentive to it, because then it really is benefiting them to sign up this month because they're getting that extra incentive. Okay. So if you haven't hit your June goal, focus on that first before you jump into focusing on July goals. Okay. But let's talk a little bit about bringing people in for July. And I'm going to check the chat box too. It's not, there it is. Yeah, tank top giveaways. Yes, and the $100 bonus, guys. That's another huge reason. I totally forgot about that, to sign coaches. So when you sell 5 coach challenge packs in a 5-week period, you make $100. Okay, so if you sell 10 coach challenge packs in a 10-week period, you make $200, and it just keeps adding up. All right. Okay. So bringing people in. Let's talk about some things that you can do in July to just bring people into your network. 1, the Muscle Burns Fat launch. Okay. This is like specifically for bringing coaches in. And this is what I am currently doing right now. So everybody that's signing up for MBF, like my people, they don't even know about a July 20th date. Like, it's not a thing, because why would I have them wait until July 20th to sign up and do it? Why would I not have them sign up as a coach on July 7th? Because here's the thing. Coaches get early access, okay, which means that they get to do the program with me. Like, I am physically going to be doing the program at the same time they're doing the program, which is huge. When I went through 80-Day Obsession, a lot of you guys probably did the same thing, but I was in the group with Autumn, and we were all going through it at the same time. And it was so beneficial, because it was like, you know, when we hit phase 2, we were all like, oh my gosh, like, hold on, we're not losing weight. Like, what's happening here? And it was like, no, this is normal. Like, phase 2, this is what happens. You'll go into phase 3 and it'll come off. So it's so awesome when you guys are going through it together. Like, you're experiencing all those things together. You can, you know, support each other. And I also feel like it really builds that like coach challenger connection when you guys are really doing it together. And the accountability is like way better. So they get early access to it, which means that they get to do the program with you. Then they get an exclusive group with Megan, which, like I just said, the group with Autumn was so helpful to me, and I'm a coach. Okay. So, you know, lots of benefits to that. And then also they can get an exclusive test group with you. So what I'm doing for my Muscle Burns Fat group, for my people who sign up as coaches and get the early access on July 7th, I am running my own test group. So I'm going to have my girls in there. And, you know, we're all going to be signed as coaches, and we're going to be going through it together, and it's going to be exclusively a MBF group for them. And then on top of that, they'll have access to the group that Megan's running. So a lot of reasons why you want to sign them as coaches. And if they question it, you know, you can tell them this is why you're signing up as a coach. Okay. So a lot of my ladies, even if they don't want to stay signed up as coaches after the first month, they're signing as coaches this month just so they can get that early access. Okay. So next thing, number 2, bring people in, free groups. So I know Rachel does these. I'm sure you guys do them, But guys, free groups are such like an easy, nonchalant thing to invite people to. It's not scary. It's literally free. You're not asking them to purchase anything. There's nothing scary about it. You're literally saying, here's all this free, awesome information that I'm giving you. And all you got to do is click and join the group, and that's it. So I ran, about 2 weeks ago, I ran a free 5-day group. What I did is I did the Vimeo, I think it's called the Vimeo workouts. They have one for like bar blend, 21-day fix. Now they have one for muscle burns fat. So each day there was a new Vimeo workout. Each day there was a check-in thread for water and nutrition. And I did recipes. One of the things that the girls loved was I did mocktail recipes, like fun summer mocktail recipes. So it was a free 5-day group. I went through my friends list, invited a bunch of people. Here's my free group, join it. Like, here's my nutrition group, whatever, join it. And another awesome thing about free groups is all the people that have been ghosting you and not opening your messages. Well, guess what? Hey girl, I'm running this. I know we talked about you doing 21-day fix. Well, I'm running this 5-day group with workouts, free workouts, and healthy recipes and mocktail recipes. Here's the group you can join. Like 95% of the time when I do that, my people who are ghosting me will join my free group. So, like I said, I ran one a couple weeks ago. From that free 5-day group, I signed, I think it was 2 or 3 new coaches and 1 new challenger. And the only reason she signed up as a challenger, guys, is because it's complicated. But she would have been a coach too. So what I'm going to do, if you guys want, I actually took that free group and like I spent a lot of time putting the content together for that. One of my awesome coaches took it and put it in a Google Drive for me. I'm going to give it to Rachel and she can share it with you guys. You can feel free to use the content that I use. It worked really well. The group I did was really successful. Or you can take it and make it your own. But I will message that to her tonight. Hopefully that'll be helpful for you guys in July to help you bring some more people in. Okay, and then number 3 is something you can do for July is a sneak peek into coaching around Virtual Summit. Guys, this is like a big opportunity. So normally Summit is live in person. And it's hard to do sneak peeks. Like if you've ever been to Summit, when you're there in person, there's so much going on. There's events and like you're distracted and you've got your team and it's like, it's hard to stop and make a video or go live in a group. But this time with Summit being virtual, you can literally bring people to Summit with you. Okay. And so I would suggest with this, talking to Rachel more, kind of coming up with a plan of like, what do you want to share with potentials? You know, like what parts of the virtual summit do you want to bring them into? But I believe this is going to be a huge opportunity to show people the business side. Okay. So we're not even talking challengers anymore. So like MBF launch, you know, that's more, you're bringing discount coaches in. Free groups, that's more, you're bringing challengers in that you're probably going to bring, you know, turn into discount coaches. The sneak peek around Summit, guys, that's like a big opportunity to show people the business side of things. So that might potentially give you some of those people who really want to dive into the business. Okay. So we're bringing those people in. All right. You guys, in July, you're going to have a bunch of potentials. All right. It's going to happen. Believe it. Take action. Do these things. Do your invites. Share about your workouts. Be excited about it. You're going to have those potentials, and then you're going to have some challengers to sign up. And then here's what we're going to do to turn them into coaches. All right. So I was going to make pretty graphics for this, and then I was like, who's got the time for that? I literally screenshotted the notes in my phone and turned it into a picture for you guys. So this is what I do with my challengers to have them sign up as coaches. This is what I have my coaches do. And like I said, would say 90% of the time this works to have people sign up as coaches right away. Okay, so after we've talked about the program, I know that they're signing up as a challenger. We don't even talk about coaching, okay? It's not even a conversation we have. What I do is I go in and I create a coach challenge pack share a cart, okay? I send them that link, and then I say something along the lines of, once I send them the share cart, I signed you up for the 25% discount because it's free with your challenge pack purchase. Okay, short, simple, leave it at that. So here's what I was finding. Before we started doing this, like I would, talk to people about it, or my coaches were, and they'd go through the challenge pack thing with them, talk to them about signing up as a challenger, and then they'd be like, okay, and if I sign you up as coach, then you're going to get a 25% discount and blah, blah, blah. And then all the person hears is coach, and they're like, business coach, I don't want to be a coach. Like, I'm not ready for that. Nope, count me out. And right away, like, not all the time, but a lot of times you have a hard no right away just because you talk to them about coaching and they don't know what that means. So in my opinion, it confuses people. We try to explain it, but they don't really get it. It's confusing and they don't see the benefit in it. So if you do it this way, it just is kind of smoother and it doesn't overwhelm them. Okay, so I just say, I signed you up for the 25% discount because it's free with your challenge pack purchase. Then I say at checkout, you will see stuff about auto ship. Don't worry about any of that. I have control over that, and I won't let anything you don't want auto ship. Okay, so what I do, guys, for my people is I keep track of their auto ship, and I will email them. I'll talk more about that in a minute. And I can either tell them how to go on and chat, or go on to chat to change their stuff, or I will tell them to give me their logon and I'll go on and do it for them. Okay. So then right after I send that, I'm going to follow it up with something positive, right? Like, okay, I just dumped this on you and now I'm going to give you something positive to kind of make you be like, okay. So then I say, then here's your $10 off promo code. You will see a spot at checkout that says promo, enter it there. And let me know when you're all set so I can make sure you're good to go. And then I will get your collagen shipped to you soon. Yay, you're getting collagen. Like, we're going to get you signed up, okay? So the promo codes, guys, I'm going to tell you in a second how you're going to have promo codes to send to people continuously, okay? So you're always going to have a $10 off. Well, not always, but you're going to have a lot of $10 off promo codes to be able to use, okay? So that's what I do once I present them with the share cart. I'm almost done. I know we're going over, but I'm almost done. Hang in there. All right. Then I set a reminder in my phone for their auto ship date. So I usually set the reminder for 20 days out. So I have some wiggle room, just in case. I'll write it down on my calendar. I'm particular about this, guys. Obviously, I want to make sure, I have that trust with my people. So something doesn't auto ship on them. And then they're like, oh my gosh, you told me it wasn't going to auto ship. And then another thing I do is I write down their order and their sign up date on my tracker. Okay, so on your Diamond tracker, as you're signing these people as coaches, okay, they're discount coaches, but they're still going to be active coaches under you. So this is going to help your Diamond rank. As you're signing these people, I write the date right under their name of when they signed up. So that way I have an easy visual. I can pick up my tracker and see, okay, so-and-so, her auto ship, she, signed up on 6/29. So I know her auto ship's coming out on 7/29. So I need to touch base before then. Okay. And then about a week to a week and a half after they're signed up, I message them this. Hey girl, I just wanted to let you know that you're going to get 3 $10 off promo codes emailed to you that you can actually give to people. So if you have anyone that you think would want to get started on something with you, let me know and I will help you get them set up. If not, and you don't think you'll use the promo codes, I meant to say use, not lose. I'd love to have them to give to my ladies. Okay, so what this does, guys, is you're telling these people that they now have promo codes that they can give to their people if they want to get somebody set up. Okay, so a lot of times this is what happens with my people that I sign up. They're like, oh, actually, I might have somebody that'll do it with me. So what happens at that point, if you help them get somebody set up, they're now going to get a commission. Okay. So now they're working the business and they don't even know it. Generally, if you have a discount coach that signs somebody up and gets a commission, they're probably not going to quit the following month because they're going to get a little taste of it and be like, wow, that was easy and that was pretty cool. Okay. On the other side of it, if they're like, no, I don't have anybody, nobody's going to sign up. Well, now you have 3 $10 off promo codes that you can share with your people. And it's not weird because you're just saying, hey, if you're not going to use them, you know, I have ladies that would love to use them. And I've never had a coach be like, no, you can't have my promo codes. Okay. So it's like win-win in that situation. Okay. So then while these people are signed up as discount coaches, guys, I'm talking to them about other products that might be helpful for them. Okay. So let's say they signed up with a Shakeology Challenge Pack. Well, I'm going to be talking to them about Energize and Recover, because I'm big believers in those products as well. Or if they have kids, I'm going to be talking to them about Daily Sunshine or Beach Bars. And you're not going to be like weird about it. You're not going to be like, let me tell you about all these products. You know, you're going to pick like 1 or 2 that you really feel like could benefit them. And you're just going to share that with them. Another thing I do is when I sign my ladies up, I send a sample of each flavor of Energize and a sample of Hydrate. Okay, so if they've never tried one of these, that's probably going to get them interested in wanting to try it. Okay, and then I'm also sharing the hype with them about new launches at the same time. So the Mixed Berry Energize, the Salted Caramel Shakeology. Next month, we have the Bevy Sticks, which are going to be huge. Okay, so I'm sharing these things with them. I'm getting them excited, and I'm treating them like they're in it, in the business with me. So that way, and I'm acting like, you know, they're as passionate about it as I am. Like when I'm talking to them, like I'm pretending like they are just as passionate about all of this as I am. And generally people will feed off of that energy. Okay. So, like I said, I'm sharing the things with them that I think will be helpful for them personally, depending on what they need. Okay. And then I'm getting them pumped up about wanting to try these other things while I'm helping them fall in love with their program. So if you guys didn't watch the National Wake Up Call this morning, I recommend watching that. She had some really good tips about getting your challengers started right and really having them be successful and stay excited. I feel like that would be a big pro to incorporate in with this whole process of what I do with discount coaches. Because generally, if somebody falls in love with the program, they're not going to quit. They're not going to cancel the discount. They're going to stay with it. All right, so then about 1 to 2 days before their business service fee is about to charge, because remember, I told them I'm not going to let anything auto ship on you. So I'm not going to let that $15 fee come out unless they know about it. I'll reach out to them and I'll say something like, now keep in mind, you guys, I word my wording around how I think it's going to best speak to the person that I'm talking to. Okay, but I'll say something like, morning, before we cancel your coach account today, just wanted to double check that you don't want to keep the 25% discount for anything. If you do, $15.95 will charge tomorrow and you'll have the discount for another month. Just let me know. So it's super nonchalant, but remember, I've been talking to them about Energize. They want to try Recover. They want to try all these things. So most of the time, my people keep the discount. They end up getting something else, which now makes them active for another 6 weeks. Okay, so I wait for their answer on that. And then, you know, I have them tell me what they want to try. And then we talk about what they have on auto ship. So let's say they want to try Recover, but they have Shakeology on auto ship. So I let them know, you know, you can get more Shakeology, or if you want, you can cancel that and get the Recover. Okay, and then I tell them, like I said before, you know, if you give me your email and password, I can go in and do it for you. Or I tell them how they can go on chat and change the Shakeology auto ship or whatever it is. Okay, so what just happened in that process is you just set them up as coaches for free without the pressure or confusion of, you know, I'm signing you up as a coach. Because like I said, people, it confuses them. And now within the process, they've fallen in love with the journey and they're comfortable with the process. Okay, so it's such a seamless way to get people set up for free, you know, without feeling confused about it, and then to fall in love with the process, and then they want to stay signed up as coaches. All right. So I think that's pretty much it. Who feels like, after sharing that with you guys and talking to you guys about it, who feels like you could sign up 12 coaches between now and the end of July? Honestly, thinking about the muscle burns fat launch, like how many people you're going to be bringing into your market, how easy it is going to be to get them signed as coaches. Do you guys feel like you could sign those 12 coaches before the end of next month? All right, let me go through. Okay, so what do you say if they ask what the $15.95 fee is for? Okay, so what I found, Kayla, first of all, is that if I say to them in the message, don't worry about the auto ship, I'm not going to let anything auto ship on you. Generally, they don't even ask me about that because they're like, oh, it's listed with the auto ship. She's not going to let it auto ship. But if they do say, every now and then I have people that ask, you know, well, I don't, or they'll even say, well, I don't want to do it because I don't want to be charged a $15 fee. And I'm like, you're not going to be charged a $15 fee. You're gonna have the 25% discount for the first month that you're signed up. It's totally free. I'm not gonna let the $15 fee charge. If you decide after that first month that's free that you don't want to keep it, we cancel it and you don't get charged for anything. And generally after that, they're like, oh, okay. Like, all right, it's free. The first month is free. I don't have to pay anything, whatever. I'll try it for the first month. And then, you know, like I said, a lot of them are thinking, I'm going to cancel. Like I've had multiple girls that are like, well, I'm just going to cancel after the first month. Well, they ended up falling in love with the workout program, you know, and I'm sharing the things I'm using, and now they're ordering Recover, or, you know, now they're wanting to do muscle burns fat. So that's what I do if they question the $15.95 fee. And generally, like I said, once I explain, like, you're not going to be charged a fee unless you want to, they don't care. Let me see. Why won't it let me?
There were a couple questions earlier. Let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, it won't let me scroll up, so.
That's weird. Let me see if it'll let you put me back as the host.
Okay. Oh yeah, let me stop my share. Maybe that's a problem.
There was a couple questions about PD, or there was somebody that had a question about PD. Hold on, let me find them. If y'all had questions, will you go put them back in the chat? How do you build your husband to diamond if you don't have any more accounts that you can personally control? Like when you're trying to get him his emeralds.
Okay, hold on. Let me think about that question. How do you build your husband a diamond? Okay, so if you don't have control, like other people you can control, you have a couple options. First of all, you're gonna have people sign up and you're gonna really work on them getting to emerald. So what I do with my girls is I tell all my girls right away, like, you want to be emerald right away because you want to get leads. First of all, you want to get free customers from the company. And you want to start being able to qualify for team bonus cycles. So basically, when you start out as a coach, you start out just being able to make commission, right? So I tell them it's like you're an hourly paid employee at that point. Once you hit emerald, you're now putting yourself into a different income bracket. Now you're making salary. So now you're getting your hourly plus salary. And if you keep building, like, you're going to be making great money, a great income. So, you know, there's a lot of benefits to being emerald. So I really push that and tell them, like, you want to be emerald as soon as possible. But if not, you always have the option. And sometimes I recommend it, sometimes I don't, but you always have the option yourself to place coaches under your coaches. Generally, I don't recommend it if it's somebody that you don't really know. You know, you would have to talk to Rachel about that. Like I always have my coaches, if they're trying to build an account that's not controlled, if they want to build them to emerald, I always have them come to me first and we can kind of talk about it and see if that's a good idea or not. But you do have other options if you don't necessarily have controlled accounts.
And I would just say too, like, the more you talk about the business, the more you're going to recruit people to the business. So, you know, when you're talking about the business all the time and how much fun you're having and how much joy it brings you, you can recruit builders into your husband's account too, which will make the whole process so much easier. We did have a question. What is a practical way to combat the I just don't have the money people? What do you say when someone gives you that response?
So generally when I get that response, most of the time that means instead of like, I just don't have the money, it more so means I just don't see the value yet. So of course I'll go through the breakdown with them. Like, look, I get it. I felt the same way when I signed up. When I signed up, like we were super poor, like didn't have any extra money. I used our income tax and it was scary because we had no extra money. And my husband was like, I hope this is a good idea. So I'll go through that, the feel, felt, found method, where it's like, I feel you, girl. I felt the same way. Like I went through that. But what I found when I did it, it was totally worth it. Okay. So you break it down for them cost wise. This is what you're getting. I can relate. I was there. It ended up being worth it. And then another thing you can do is you can remind them, if you end up hating it, there's a full money back guarantee. Like you can get your money back. If at that point they're like, oh no, they're just not ready. So those are people that are going to go on my list to go into my free group. Because then I'm going to put them in the free group and then they're going to physically try the workouts themselves. And then they're probably going to want to do it a little bit more.
Good answer. Okay, I think that was all those coaches. Oh, wait.
See, Brianna said, those coaches you sign up initially, you don't do anything with adding them to your team page or anything coaching related right away then. So no, the discount coaches, when I first sign up, unless, sometimes I have girls that sign up and a couple days into it, they're like, yeah, I'd want to do it. Then I'll add them to my team page. But with those people, they go in my challenge group. And then I'm working with them like really one-on-one. So that first month, like I am talking to them like every other day or every day. And, I'm getting them pumped up and they're telling me what they're doing and we're getting excited and I'm just like really one-on-one with them. And then after whatever happens after that first month, then I'll put them in my team page.
Good question. And there's one more question.
Okay. What about people who tell you they don't have the money, but then they sign up for another company? Magic pills and wraps shortly after, the same people who seem so excited until they get the cart. So this is totally common. Yeah, like Rachel said, bless and release, guys. We live in a world where everybody wants a quick fix. Like everybody wants the quick fix. So if you find that you have a lot of people, or not even a lot of people, but you feel like that's like kind of who you're attracting, I would say to start combating some of those things publicly. So I actually did a post. I'll see if I can find it. I can send it to Rachel. I'm sure Rachel's done them too. But I actually did a post talking about quick fixes. And in the post, it was me. It was a before picture of when I was 20, before I had 2 kids, and then an after picture of when I was in my 30s after 2 kids. I look better now. And I talked about back then how I used to do the quick fixes. Like I was the girl that did the quick fixes, and so I put them in like my head where I was them. So in the post I said, you try on an outfit or a bathing suit and you feel super unhappy and insecure. So you go to Google and you Google lose 10 pounds fast, and you try this pill or this tea, and it ends up, maybe it works for a little while and then it doesn't work anymore. And then you're back to square one. So, I went through that, like that was me. And I did that in my post, and I said, and then I found this lifestyle change, blah, blah, blah. I'll find the post and I'll send it to Rachel. But I would just do more stuff like that, publicly talking about those things. You got to, talk to them on an emotional level. And a lot of times, like I said, those people, they're just not ready yet. They're not ready for the commitment. They want the quick fix. So you just keep doing your thing and you'll find the people that are ready.
There's one last question.
And you guys are fine too. Like I'm not in a rush. So if you have stuff yeah, Bonnie Engel is awesome at combating objections. Like she's good. My daughter got a share cart, but decided to try her own fix. How do I convince her this is a good thing? Her own fix, as in she's trying to change her eating habits. Like she's trying to change her eating habits on her own.
Yeah.
So One super awesome incentive with MBF is that the first month is coming with Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset, which I feel like those two programs are like either Ultimate Portion Fix is amazing for you or 2B Mindset is amazing for you. Because either you're somebody that really likes like a structured plan, like this is what I should be eating, or you're somebody that more so needs like the mindset fix around nutrition, and it's more of like a mindset switch. So that's another huge incentive for getting set up with Beachbody and BF. She's going to have access to both of those things. But another thing I'll tell you guys is, and I meant to talk about this on the call tonight and I just forgot about it. Don't drag people. Like, that's another thing I wasted so many years doing, like coaches and challengers. Don't get stuck trying to get somebody to want it. Don't try to want it for them. They have to want it themselves. You're so much better off focusing your time and energy on finding people that really want it. I can tell you guys, I have five siblings and a mom and a stepdad. And of all those people, my stepdad is probably the most consistent with Beachbody, though not very consistent. My mom drinks Shakeology off and on. None of my siblings do Beachbody, okay? Now, my sister and my mom are both signed up as coaches under me, but none of them actually do Beachbody. And sometimes, like, it's not going to happen with the people closest to you. And that's okay, because those aren't always the people that you're meant to help. A lot of times it's the stranger on Facebook whose life you're going to completely change. So don't get too focused on people that don't really want it. All you can do is keep showing up and showing them what they're missing. Like, that is the number one thing I tell my coaches. Show them what they're missing. Like, don't tell them what they're missing, show them what they're missing. Because if you're showing up and you're getting awesome results and you're happy and you're excited about it, people are going to want to be a part of that.
So good. Okay, so to kind of wrap us up, Stephanie, this call was like mind-blowingly awesome with info. I think I literally was sending screenshots to the team chat, like, okay, here, y'all need this, we need this. And I loved at the end, like, everybody was like, heck yeah, I can sign 12 coaches up by the end of July. Y'all, we got to keep that excitement and that energy. So there were 3 things that Stephanie shared tonight that were really powerful. There's a lot of things, but the 3 things that stood out to me the most, number 1 was she had a mindset shift. And I think there's a lot of people who struggle with the thought of diamond, and you just overthink it and you get in your head and you defeat yourself before you even get a chance to succeed. And, part of why she had a mindset shift was she had a strong why. She had a strong reason why she wanted to be successful. And I think when you don't tap into your why, you have no reason to push. So taking that time to tap into the reason that you're a coach, that changed her business in a huge way. The other thing was excitement. Like, when I'm listening to her, I can tell she's fired up about what she's talking about. It's contagious. Like, it makes me want to get off the call and go work my business. And that's the kind of excitement that we should be sharing on social media, is that joy of what we have to offer. Because if you get on your Insta stories or your Facebook Live and you're just, oh, we got a new program coming, nobody's going to want to, nobody cares. Get on there with joy. Like, holy cow, I can't wait. This is going to be the best thing ever. July is going to be killer. You've got to be a part of it. Like, show that excitement, because that will draw people into you. And then the last thing was, her customer service is like level 11 and is #goals. So we can really take a lot of lessons from the way that she gives care to the people that sign up with her and the loyalty that they're going to show her team and her organization. There was a lot of really strong things that we can do to bring people in and make them feel supported and wanted and loved, and like help them truly. And that helps our business when we do that, but it also helps you like feel happy inside, which makes you want to coach for longer anyway. So so good. Okay.
Thanks for staying on, guys. Sorry it's so long.
Oh, you were perfect. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate you being on tonight. It was just what we needed. So I appreciate you guys. I'll post a recording in our group, and Stephanie, if you'll send me those things that you mentioned, that would be great.
You guys go hit diamond. I'm going to check in with Rachel like mid-July And I want to know where you guys are at and who's close. Don't doubt yourself. Believe it. It can happen. I'm telling you, if I can do it, you guys can do it.
That's right. That's right. I love it. All right. Thanks, guys.
All right,
Have a good night.
good night.